Hello, beautiful people. Welcome back to Global Happiness Today YouTube channel. I must say that many dramas unfolding in Nigeria, and Nigerians are trying to keep ahead to find out exactly what is going on in and around politics and in Aso Rock as we speak. There have been a lot of issues going on. Adamu have resigned. I'm talking about the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress, but the scenario surrounding this resign is what we're going to discuss in a moment, and many Nigerians are wondering what is going on with the issue of the final written address going around in social media right now. Nigerians screaming and shouting over some of the key points raised by the Bola Tinubu's legal team. Let's find out really what is going on and what is ahead of us. Well, before we go into the news proper, kindly subscribe to our channel by clicking on the red subscribe button. Beside it, you will see a bell notification icon. Please go ahead, click on it to get notified as soon as you update our channel on YouTube. Well, according to the news, the national chairman of the All Progressive Congress APC, Senator Abdullahi Adamu, has tendered his resignation last night. Credible sources confirmed that Adamu, who emerged as the national chairman at the party's national convention held in March 2022, had sent his resignation letter to the presidential villa Abuja ahead of the return of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu from the African Union meeting in Kenya. Excuse me. One of the sources said Adamu, a former governor of Nasarawa State, sent the resignation letter to the Chief of Staff of the President, Femi Gbajabiamila, around 4 p.m. as at Sunday. He has resigned, he said. The resignation letter signed by him has been sent to the villa. The letter was addressed to President Tinubu, but since the president is away in Kenya for AU, that's African Union meeting, the letter was sent to his chief of staff, the source said. Also, a source close to Adamu collaborated this, adding that the national chairman resigned following a gang-up by people around the president to embarrass him during the meetings of the party slated for tomorrow and Wednesday, today and Wednesday. The source, however, denied a report that has been around town that it was the president, Tinubu, that had asked Adamu to resign ahead of the National Caucus and National Executive Committee, that's NEC. That's their meeting. They'll be having a meeting of APC party slated for on Monday and Wednesday. The party had fixed July 10th and 11th for its National Caucus and NEC meetings to iron out critical issues affecting it and the crisis within the National Working Committee, NWC. However, the meetings were later postponed and rescheduled for Monday and Wednesday. A founder member of the party said Adamu resigned when he got wind that two influential personalities around the president had mobilized against him ahead of the meetings. He resigned because they have started to collate signatures to impeach him during the forthcoming meetings. He resigned to save himself from humiliation, the top politician said. When contacted, Adamu said that he will not comment on the matter until President Tinubu returns from the African Union's meeting, that's AU's meeting. I quote him word for word. He said, I won't talk about the issue because the president is away. Adamu, who was the preferred candidate of the former president Muhammadu Buhari for the chairmanship seat, said. It could be recalled that Adamu had shortly before the presidential primaries of the APC declared former Senate President Ahmed Lawan as the consensus candidate of the party. The declaration by Adamu created uproar in the party as governors of the party from the north ganged up against him. They went to the villa and declared that the presidency be zoned to the south. The position of the governors forced the party to open the race for his presidential ticket. Tinubu won the election. Recently, Adamu kicked against the list of the principal officers of the party announced by the Senate President, Godswill Akpabio, and Speaker Tajuddin Abbas. Following the development, Adamu was summoned to the villa by President Tinubu at the meeting that had the national secretary of the party, Senator Iola Omusore. The issue was resolved. A lot of reactions have trailed this. Some papers, some few hours ago, did mention that it was a hush tone that the president Bola Ahmed Tinubu wanted him to resign. Actually, before all this resign, humiliation, sack, impeach came into being, there have been crises within. This same Adamu, I think one of the top chieftains of APC was also heard saying that Adamu raised quite a lot of billions of naira from purchase of the farms, and he didn't support, or he didn't financially, support any candidate. That in the time of Buhari, when they raised such amount of money or such huge sum of money, amount of funds, they were able to also, at one form or the other, help out during the campaigns of the former president Muhammad Buhari. But in this case, no such thing happened. Then you hear people being assigned to different roles. Okay, you have to play this role, play that role. That no such thing happened in Tinubu's time. Tinubu single-handedly did it. And to make matters interesting, you could see during his reign that he was routing for the north. But like this one rightly said, one of the sources rightly said, born off for the timely intervention of some of the governors, one of which is El-Rufai. And I feel strongly that El-Rufai may make the list of the ministerial list, because El-Rufai did a lot when it comes to loyalty. I think Tinubu also, if they're going to go politics by loyalty, rewarding politics by loyalty, then from that perspective, I see Tinubu rewarding El-Rufai for his doggedity, standing against. But some persons say this is not a case of loyalty; it's a case of personal interest and ambition. They're not looking at Nigeria as a country; they're looking at their own interest and how it favors them. Because the president from the north extraction also means that they may not have the wherewithal to come in, if Nigeria still stays as one, to become the president in the next 8 years. But with the southerner being a president, he will position himself, and if I will likely position himself to become a president come that time. But then again, it's just calculation and permutation. I could totally be wrong. Personal opinion anyway. But let's feel the pulse on Nigerians very quickly over this matter. This one here says, laugh out loud. Adamu has seen the disgrace that has hit the APC and INEC chairman, hence he quickly resigned. I don't think so. I think it's a case of internal squabbles that is going on. Another person here says, Adamu knew the disgrace that was before him at the meeting. He was a very greedy and self-centered fellow. And that person here said, well, a house built on falsehood can never stand. Even the president, at some point or the other, also needs to look at the issue of the PEPC. Well, let's go wrap it up. Many comments going on right here. Let's meet in that conversation. What's your take on the drama unfolding in the presidential villa and APC?